All right, we're all set.
Paper?
We're all set. Welcome back.
An interesting show tonight. Heat has affected us dearly here in the state of Florida. Okay, here we are. We have a brand new clip. For any of you guys that have done solid surface, I can remember when I first started doing it, we siliconed everything in place. We used weight, let the silicone set up, and then the brass ferrules came out, which we have some
right there.
Right here, this tiny little creature.
Can we get a shot of that? We got a shot of that, Dave? Sure.
That's just a tiny little breast. There you go. How's that for a real thriller?
Good deal. All right.
But that relies on these very small knurled edges right here. When you put it in, you kind of pinch that right in at the joint, and then when the screw goes in, it expands it out and it bites into the plastic around it.
Right.
And you relied on those to hold it.
Okay.
Things got better when Chemical Concepts came along with another really interesting system, which we'll show you also. But it was a two-part epoxy. And then really just this year, our friend Tom Jones out at...
Not the singer.
No, because he's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
That's right.
Or What's New Pussycat,
That's
whatever.
Right. Now, Tom manufactures this, and he also manufactures the undermount sink setters that are offered. That they fit into a cabinet, and then they're used to lift like a cast iron sink or stainless steel sink up into place once the countertop's installed.
Correct, and we sell quite a few of those.
Right.
But he came up with a new product.
It's called Peel and Stick.
Peel and Stick?
Peel and Stick undermount sink clips.
There's a concept for you.
Now, when we first saw this, it was like, you got to be joking me. I mean, this just can't happen. I mean, it's just...
It's pretty funny. It really is. But it is amazing, and we're going to prove it to you in a short
Is this upside down or right side up?
Well, this is right side up, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, but it
for the sake of a demonstration, it's all right.
Okay, all right.
It's never going to be used
It
in
will
real
work
life.
upside down on a rough surface.
Yes, it
like
will work
stone
upside down,
yes,
right side up.
They actually do work.
But it's a very simple system. What you do is, first of all, as with almost any solid surface application, you clean up the area with denatured alcohol.
Do not use acetone.
And if you use acetone or lacquer thinner,
it's going to leave a residue, and these will not work. They'll fail.
So you need residue-free wiping.
That's right.
Okay.
You don't want residue when you wipe.
so you want to make sure that it flashes off clean.
That's right.
Okay. So denatured alcohol will do that.
Right.
So what you would do, of course, you would preset and mark your bowl.
Now we have to imagine that this is a countertop again.
Correct.
And we have to imagine that there's a hole cut in this because this is an undermount bowl, right?
Yes, yeah, it should have been a song, imagine.
Okay, that's right.
But anyway, you would take, and these flat portions of the pad would butt up to where it is you're going to set your bowl rim. So these actually also index the positioning of your bowl.
Right.
So these would go in, and as you can see, they're on all four sides. Now for vanity, you only need 4 of these clips. If you're doing a kitchen sink, I would recommend a minimum. I've always been a fan of using 8, using 2 kits. But if it's a large bowl or a heavy bowl, you may want to definitely consider using more. I'm not sure I would use
a stainless steel bowl. You can probably go with 6 because again, they're going to hold this till the silicone dries. These are a permanent bond, but they're really going to hold it till the silicone dries. That's
correct, and the silicone will be the primary bond. But you want to make sure really that it's there and providing good support because people expect them to do their job.
Right.
So we have this. So once you've got this positioned and you've, of course, and lined out, then of course you would set these back and you would wash the whole area very thoroughly with the denatured alcohol to make sure it was clean.
Right. If you look at the instructions, they actually recommend, Ken, a stiff bristle brush to make sure that there's no dust or debris because this really relies on this countertop being absolutely clean. It's critical. Okay? So you're going to...
So you want to remove all rust?
Yes, you're going to remove all the rust.
And oil.
Yes, and oil. Clean surface thoroughly to remove any dust or loose particles.
You know, the only place I ever got solid surface that was really dirty was a distributor, Ellen Sherry, but it had bird poop all over it. So I don't think this is going to be the case.
Now,
most of this stuff comes with a protective film on it.
Now, keep in mind that blowing with compressed air helps to remove small particles. in the
All right.
in the top. Okay, so once you've got it all clean,
So no,
right? Once you've got it all clean, you're going to.
we're running
use
out of
this.
time here.
Are
First
we?
two
Okay.
segments we were dying.
Okay,
This one we're
all
running
right.
out of time.
Now-
it's one thing, but one thing I'm going to say: if you're going to use compressed air, it is really important
That you have a dryer.
because
Absolutely.
otherwise you're blowing what?
You're
Water
blowing
and oil.
Exactly.
And you're going
Okay?
to definitely screw it up.
All right.
So once you have these fixed, you're going to take, we've got this handy dandy primer.
right.
It's got a little crush button. So we're going to take it, push it, and
Right.
you can hear that crunch.
And you actually already did that last
But it
night,
was
so we
crunching
prepped
again.
this already.
I can smell it. It smells
Okay.
good.
But you don't need to put it on because you got to wait
No.
5 minutes.
But you want to clean it like that.
Okay.
Once you've cleaned all of them,
Right.
and you got everything positioned where you want, it's nothing more. If you want to go ahead and do that side, I'll do this side.
Okay.
But you want to take this little white
It's red.
or red.
You colorblind?
I'm colorblind.
Okay. So you just take that and you set it where your
emotionally
area's been
scarred.
primed. Your primer goes on and you let it set for 5 minutes. Okay. And now that doesn't give you your solid bond in 5 minutes. As a matter of fact,
About 20 minutes, you're at 50%.
right? And then 1 hour you're
You're
at
at
75%, and a
and
day
then-
you're at 90%.
And when do you reach 100%?
I don't know. Maybe just sometime afterwards. We're going to find out. We actually have a test coming up here very quickly. We only have 10 minutes left. And we actually, being the people that we are, we wanted to really see just how strong these are.
But so we can keep moving here.
That's right.
As you can see, this
Oh.
is now positioned exactly where it would go. We would put silicone on our bowl room, which we've already cleaned.
Right?
We'd put an indexing mark line somewhere on here that would line this back up perfectly where we want it.
That's correct.
And as you can see, we can take and we can turn this thing, and there we go. There's only one way that can fit on there, and it's got no movement. Take,
right.
you loosen your clips.
That locks on like that. Now, again, 20 minutes from now, these will be at 50% power, or, 50% gripping strength, okay?
But most guys would, once again, most guys are really going to wait for the silicone to cure.
Oh, absolutely.
So this
Yep.
is typically going to be done in a shop setting and probably the day before the job goes out. But then that's it. And as you can see, bowl's going nowhere.
That's right.
The big thing, it's not that the bowl won't be held, it's just that you don't want the plumber putting on fittings, putting
right.
on a garbage disposal, pulling on it, jerking it around, because the more you do that, not only going to disrupt the silicone bond, but you're going to also disrupt this bond process too.
But again, you can leave the job, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then you tell the plumber to come in the next day, this has already been cured, and you're in good shape. So you
Excellent.
get your check and you're out the door, okay?
Okay.
Now, we've done a little test, actually, having nothing to do in our lives, we built a little swing.
But we don't want to do that yet,
Why? What are we going to do?
because I want to show them the chemical concepts one.
Oh, we've already shown the chemical concepts one. We only have 8 minutes left. We've already shown. Okay, go ahead, show it real quick.
Okay.
Real quick.
Because I like the chemical concepts
Okay.
one.
Well, we've
This
already
is really
shown
new,
this.
this is really exciting, and it's
Okay.
really fun.
All right. But I want to swing.
I know. You've been complaining that
Okay.
you want to be a swinger here.
There you
lately.
go. Okay.
Okay. There's another process which we sell a lot of these. It's made by Chemical Concepts, and it's a quick setting epoxy. Now this cures out in 1 hour.
Right.
So this does have a very fast cure time. And really essentially what it is, it's these waffle plated studs as opposed to this right here, which is an adhesive back plate with a stud.
Right.
Essentially the same concept. The difference here is it's a 2-part epoxy that you're going to take and squirt out,
Right.
mix,
Mix it up.
and then using a little popsicle stick or whatever, take and just smudge a little bit on here, and then you'll take and you'll push these down. You don't want to drive them down and squeeze it all out because it'll come up through the studs. You just want to place it down.
Yeah, it actually forms a little ball on top of each one of these holes,
Correct.
and that locks it in place.
Correct. So all you want to do is just take, set it down, just kind of maybe just work it a little bit and let them set up. And it would be the same thing. You would take, set it on the 4 corners. Then you have the clip which goes over it. In this case, they also provide a washer.
These don't index, though.
Negative, they do not.
They do not index the count or the.
Now this
Thing.
kit does come with a special plate with a nut on it, which is designed just to hold the dishwasher clips in place.
Right.
So that's kind of an added feature to this. So
Can you use these for dishwasher? Do you think?
no, because the problem is this has a stud on
Ah, that's right. Okay, never
it.
mind.
You only want the nut. So that is kind of still an advantage to the chemical concepts.
Okay.
But this is a very quick, simple system.
Right.
And of course, the old standby, and we still sell them, are the brass ferrules. And these are quite simply, you have your little wooden mallet.
Let's see. Yes, I do.
But these have always been put in the same way. You drill a 1/4 inch deep hole. You take the ferrule and you put it in.
Okay, now those are 3/8, so
That's
won't
a
set.
3/8, so that's an
Right.
1/8 inch high.
Right.
Because obviously if I set it to full 3/8, I'd be through the bottom of the material. But as you can see, this looks like this is probably about the right size of the screw. Nope, too big.
Yep. Okay.
But
That's a 1032 screw that goes in there.
yeah, I'm wondering if one of these.
Well, now you're going to confuse everybody.
Yeah, but that works fine though.
Yeah, but you wouldn't use that.
Well, why not?
But actually, yeah, it expands it out and it shows how it locks in
yeah.
place.
So you can see.
Right. But I'm not going to swing on that
No, why not?
because I know that won't
Why
work.
don't you move this stuff out of the way so when you fall on your butt, you won't get hurt by landing on
Okay.
a drill.
All right.
And let me get the other thing out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Now, one thing I do want to say, first of all,
We're trained professionals. Don't
do
do
not
this at
try
home.
this at home. And if this fails, this has no bearing on the manufacturer's clips because they're not designed to do this. This is just one of those goofy things that we want to do.
Karen, can you sign
saying,
checks?
You know, what can,
Okay,
All
John,
right.
go ahead.
Now,
Hop
if
up.
you would lift the table up, please. We need a drum roll.
Last time we
No,
did
we're
this.
gonna, we're gonna
Last
sit
time
up.
we did this, something bad happened.
That's right. We're gonna stand on.
Am
a
I
picnic
plugged
chair.
in?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm powerless.
Okay, you are powerless. Okay.
Do you want to go home and we'll let you know
All right.
whether this works?
raise that up so it's sitting there.
Oh, baby, this is going to be
Okay.
fun. There
A
you
little
go.
more, a little more. There we go. Okay. I'm all sticky. Ah. Okay.
Let's
Kick
get the
that
chair
out of the way.
No
Okay.
reason for that to be
All right.
there.
Okay. Now, if this breaks, again, this is nothing to do with the manufacturer. This is not supposed to be done like this.
Oh.
That's okay.
Okay.
Well, here, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, save the cell phone.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Drum roll. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Whoa! Look at that.
Oh, mama.
Look at that. Give me a little push. Give me a little push.
So anyway.
Whoa! Look at that.
So anyway.
Okay, that's enough. Put the table back up.
Oh, I think you're okay.
No, I think I'm going to just put the table back up
You're
here.
going to do something bad?
Okay. No, that's really pretty cool. Look at that. That's pretty nice.
I'm waiting for something to happen.
I'm 180 pounds, man.
Oh, nobody said you were
I mean,
like
I've
it.
got full weight on this thing.
Little baby Buddha.
That's right. Very good.
Okay,
Look at
so
that.
anyway.
All right.
Well, I
So,
think
this passed and exceeded our test. They're great clamps, and they work on solid surface.
this passed under your backside.
That's right. It passed the ass test.
I didn't say that. You did.
Okay.
I thought that was the acid test.
Okay, these clamps, clips work on solid surface, E-stone, which is quartz,
Yep.
and
Actually, it would work with anything. It would work with cultured marble.
Right.
You could certainly, I would assume you could use it with, could you use it with particle? No, probably not particle board. It
no,
probably
because
is
the
not.
particle board would probably break away.
But in undermount particle board applications I've seen, usually it's solid surface that's used around that rim area anyway.
Right.
So, okay, I guess that would matter. But with, in most cases where you would use an undermount bowl, it would be either solid surface, it would be stone, or it would be stainless steel countertop even,
Right.
perhaps.
Yep.
Any of those, you would probably use this without any trouble
Anything
at all.
that's really non-porous, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
pretty
think
much.
you're right.
You want to try this?
No, because I'm a lot smarter than you are. So, anyway, I think we've probably pretty well maxed out our time
Yes,
tonight.
we have. We've had a great time.
But in 2 weeks, we have the Stone Show, and we're really looking forward to that because, once again, if you wanted to learn about stone, whether it's granite, marble, soapstone,
E-stone.
we want to make sure you come on. We're planning a longer show than normal for that night because we're going to really cover the whole thing from we're going to talk about quarrying, we're going to talk about distribution, we're going to talk about the characteristics of the different materials.
We are?
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot.
All of that?
All of that.
In this heat. We're
In
going to have to
this
get some
heat.
fans.
Yeah,
Definitely.
not the ones that stand out there and clap because that doesn't work. So
Okay.
anyway, we'll be looking forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for coming on the show. John's now a swinger. We all know it.
Appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you for the next show.
Have a great week.
See ya.
Bye.